So here we have a slightly used 2024 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 392. This one comes in bright white clear coat, and then we have the black, well, mostly red leather interior with the black accents. Powertrain consists of a 6.4 liter naturally aspirated V8 engine made into an 8-speed automatic transmission that gets us 470 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque. This has a little over 12,000 miles on it. Front end here, we do get our LED headlamps along with our LED daytime running lights and LED fog lights. And I love how aggressive this thing looks while still being a Jeep. It sits mean. This one has a winch on it. It's just ready to go. And sorry for the wind noise. I feel like every time I come out here, the wind just starts picking up like it knows I'm starting to film. These are 17-inch aluminum wheels. Passive keyless entry on the front. Love the side steps here. And then we have our power mirror controls, power door lock controls. We have heated mirrors with blind spot monitors. Headlamp controls are there. Manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. Pedals are there. And there we have the power driver's seat with 4-way power lumbar support, which is just crazy to see in a Jeep, but I'm glad it's here. Huge thanks to Auto Collection of Murfreesboro and Auto Pro Nashville for allowing me to review this Wrangler today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home pre-owned, click on that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information. I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever pre-owned vehicle you might be interested in. But surprisingly good leg space back here. I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. Rear AC vents here. Window controls are there. You get 2 USB-C, USB-A duos, and then a 3-prong 115 household plug-in down there. This middle seat will fold down. Seat belt's covering it, or whatever that is. The bottle holders are here. Just gonna move that out of the way. It's a pain, but this does have the Sunrider top, so you can take that latch and that latch there and just pull it back very easily. And then of course you can take the doors off, so on and so forth. Put your gas in here. To the back end here. Can't get enough of that exhaust. There's a 12 volt, and this is just taking up most of the cargo space. I don't know what it is, but can't move it because it's tied up in there. I'm not going to fool with it. But your top tethers for the car seats are on the back of the seats themselves. And I mean, the cargo space back here is decent, but it's a Jeep, so you can fit your fridge in there if you need to. That's all that matters. And then your anchors for the car seats right in there. But you pull this here, and this will allow your seat to fold flat normally when whatever this is not in the way. And then you just kind of get that going. The child locks are here. Now what's really great is we get a power front passenger seat with 4-way power lumbar support, which I've never seen on a Jeep. A lockable glove compartment there with the owner's manuals. See if I can get in here with one hand. I don't think I'll be able to. Hold on. So there's that 6.4 liter V8, again, 470 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque. Oh my gosh. Jeeps are like the absolute worst to do reviews on when I try and look in the engine bay. I mean, it always breaks my wrist, but there you have it. And for the blinkers, LED there. I think the only thing on the taillights is not LED is the backup lights. None on the side mirrors, but we do have the LEDs up front. Let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So I just want to drive this thing, honestly. So nice, big, beefy leather wrap steering wheel here. There's the horn. Over here to the radio, we do get our AM, FM, XM, Bluetooth, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility, navigation system. And then we do get our dual zone automatic climate controls. We can control that from the screen or from down here below. And we also have control for the heated steering wheel and the heated seats, whether you have buttons down here or using the screen. And that's what I always liked about the Jeeps in particular. Up until this point, we do have all of our buttons and knobs that we would need. And if you don't like going through the screen to do anything, you don't have to, for the AC controls at least. Now, in the vehicle settings, go to dashboard, you get your off-road pages here, so you can see the steering angle and all of that. Sway bar, all of that, axle lockers. You can see whether they're unlocked, locked, whatever. And then you can do that down here, sway bar and all that. The aux switches are there. And then you have a USB-C, USB-A duo, and aux input. All your window controls are down here. And then for the driver's side, you do get express down there. But everything here, like the exhaust, traction control, can be controlled with the buttons down here. And then you can go into the actual apps and go through all of this here. Go into your settings. If I can get in there, there we go. And then you can change your language here, your units of measurement here. And there's just a lot that you can adjust. And then for your safety and driving assistance, you can fool with all of that there. Backup camera, guidelines follow you to turn the steering wheel. And then you also have the front camera as well. And you can clean the camera and rear glass, push of a button there, or push of a screen. Hazards here. And then your four-wheel drive, you set that to auto, high, or put it down to low. Parking brake is there. Then for the shifter, grab the lever behind, reverse, neutral drive, come over here and you can manually shift. But you also get the paddle shifters behind the steering wheel, which is awesome to have on a vehicle as capable as this. The bottle holders, top cubby for the center console, and then bottom one there that has a USB-A port. I cannot get enough of this leather though. I love that red interior, especially with this white paint. Garage door transmitters up there. You actually get vanity mirrors with nice bright LED lights. That's crazy. But for $392, if I'm paying this much money, there's gonna be a lot of things that I'm glad I have. Blinkers, high beams, and then over here you have your front wipers, intermittent low, high, and then your rear wiper, intermittent on, and then pull up for the front wiper fluid, push back for the rear fluid. Cruise control, adaptive, gap adjust, and then standard, set the speed and all of that. And then voice recognition, Bluetooth controls. These four arrows and the OK button go through the digital part of the gauge cluster. So you can see the drivetrain here, pitch and roll, oil pressure, oil life, voltage, tire pressure monitors, driver assist, fuel economy. There's a lot that you can configure if you so choose. Push button starts here. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2024 Wrangler Rubicon 392 out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this 392 here, it's just, I don't know if I should call them Chrysler, Dodge, or Stellantis, but whoever it is that keeps putting these SRT setups together, don't stop believing, because this is crazy. I'm so used to having the V6 and the 2-liter turbo in these things that having a 6.4 V8 is just, it's wild, especially with this performance exhaust. A must-have, I think. because it just sounds nasty. It sounds like a Jeep should sound, specifically a 392 Jeep. But I think all Wranglers should have an exhaust like this, just like a Baja sound almost. I love it, absolutely love it. Now with this being a Wrangler, it's windy outside, so I'm hearing the wind, and I'm sure when we get on the interstate it's gonna be super loud, but that's just what you can expect when you have one of these. If I weren't trying to record, I'd probably put this Sunrider top up and enjoy the weather. But I mean, it's 85, so wouldn't be much to enjoy. It'd just be nice to have the roof back, I guess. But better for 70, 75 degree days, I think. Now overall, the ride quality is not as bad as I was expecting. I think a lot of that has to do with how nice these seats are. I'm not used to having these nice of seats in a Wrangler. It's not necessarily a smooth ride, but I'm very comfortable here, even though the ride's a bit stiff and I am in a Jeep. But I think I'll be able to give her a good pull here. Just won't be able to slow down too much. We'll do it out of this curve. Here we go. God bless America. Oh my gosh, that was fun. This exhaust is killer. It really is. That's freaking insane that that's stock. Oh man. I'm assuming that's stock. I hope I'm right, because it doesn't make sense that it would be stock that gnarly of a sound, but it's a 6.4 V8, so knowing the SRT team, just Chrysler, Stellantis, whatever, I wouldn't be surprised. But my goodness gracious, that sound. That was absolutely crazy. I mean, it's just, again, it's such a gnarly sound just coming out of this thing. Now the ride quality, I mean, it is what it is, but nothing out of the ordinary. Again, I think it's totally worth it for this thing if you can afford it. If you're gonna be off-roading in it like you should, you're not really worried about that anyway. And heck, if you got money for this, you're probably towing it behind something else. But even if you can barely afford this, if this is how you want to spend your money, I say go for it, because it just, especially in the summer, like when the weather's hot like this, it makes you want to get one of these. Something that's quick, that's fun, that's off-road capable. But I mean, that exhaust, oh my gosh. Now I do want to give one more thanks to Auto Collections of Murfreesboro and Auto Pro Nashville for allowing me to review this vehicle today. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these pre-owned, click on that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever pre-owned vehicle you might be interested in. Now I think this one's like 82 or 80,000 for this to have the miles that it has on it. Everything seems to be in pristine condition, but again, if you have the money to afford this, I guarantee you won't be disappointed unless wind noise is just like your kryptonite, because everything about this thing is so much fun, again, especially in the summer, but even in the winter, if you need to go off-roading for whatever reason or need to go through some snow. I mean, this thing is just, it's crazy. And I can't get enough of this exhaust. I just cannot. Sounds fantastic. But especially as manufacturers start to go away from V8s and start to do twin turbo V6s and even turbo 4s, it's just nice that we still have a raw, naturally aspirated V8 here with these high horsepower and torque numbers, because 470 is nuts, but especially on this thing here, it's just insane. I mean, it's just that does not get old. It'll get expensive burning all that gas, but Oh my gosh, that's just freaking wicked. So I mean, 10 out of 10 just for the fun factor of this thing alone. Oh man, just so much fun. But this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2024 Jeep Wrangler 392 Rubicon 4x4.